So I have figured out a way to freeze the entire Earth. And coincidentally, this invention will take just about the end of the video to finish. So stick around by then to find out. I've always had existential thoughts since I was a kid. So on this very beautiful day, I thought, what if the world was to be destroyed by ice? As we normally do, we already know how the world can be ended by fire, but ice? That sounds like something from Game of Thrones. Anyways, all of this was before I read this. This is a book with pages, and on those pages, there's ink. It's called Cat's Cradle by vonnegut. This is an apocalyptic dark comedy which was written around the times when the Cold War tension was at its highest, and it also discusses about a religion where people touch feet to greet others. Also, a quick spoiler warning, this is a 60-year-old book, but still, and if you don't care about then just keep watching. I want you to think about the ice that's in your fridge right now. Pretty random, I know. Now if you were to keep it outside in this exact same sunny, hot day, then it will naturally start to melt, right? Now imagine if it didn't. In Cat's Cradle, a scientist is asked by a military official to solve a very small problem. To make it so that they don't have to fight in the swamps, because the old army general military official is bored of fighting in swamps. Yep, that's his reason. So this scientist guy, he was also part of the Manhattan Project, the group who made the bomb, you know, the bomb. So then he creates something called the ice. Okay, now this Ice 9 thing just has a really one small little quirk. It works on the principles of chain reaction. So now, if this little seed of Ice 9, by the way, Ice 9 is just the size of my index, the gap between my index finger and my thumb. Okay, so now if this thing touches the swamp will get freeze, of course, and it will be just like hard as an iron table. But now, along with the swamp, the water connecting it to the rivers and the rivers connecting to the oceans, they will all freeze too. See, chain reaction. Until the entire earth is covered with ice. Not a big deal, right? Just wait for a sunny day like this and it would all melt, right? Yeah, no. There's a reason, dear viewer, this is called Ice 9. The ice that I told about earlier, the ones which is in your fridge, is classified as Ice 1. The numbering is categorized on the basis of the melting point of these ice. This thing, Ice 9, essentially has the melting point of around 45.8 degrees Celsius and 114 degree Fahrenheit for all those weirdos out in the West. Which basically means you are just cooked if this thing ever touches a body of water. Which is, spoiler alert, exactly what happens in the last 20 pages of this book. Also, this book is mostly just people talking, and it's just a dialogue fest all around. Kind of like Pulp Fiction in that sense, because the story takes a backseat in both of these media. But the dialogue is so entertaining that it becomes the whole appeal of the whole story. As this was written during the high time of the Cold War era, the humor is very deadpan and the main character is very nihilistic has a very nihilistic opinion of this world. Here are some of my favorite dialogues from the book. If you're at this part of the video, might as well spoil the entire thing. The entire world turns into ice. A few of the people survive by melting the ice. All the resources are just not resourceful. Anyways, before I show my weapon of mass destruction, I had asked some random people online, which is basically Reddit, to tell me how would they survive in this situation. Can you please ignore that book over there? I just put that there for the funsies. The first comment I got is, how would you spend your life? The guy replied, you wouldn't. I would probably freeze. I think it's the time to reveal the weapon of mass destruction to the world now. Here is my invention, and it's called ice in a bottle. I'll show you how it works. Okay, I'm going to show you how it works now. I'm very scared. Fourth try this is. Let's go. Okay, it froze. Cameraman, please, can you touch it and confirm? It did freeze. This was water. Wow, this is slushy now. Oh. That's cool. Look at the ice. That's ice. I can't see it. Please tell me you can see the ice inside it. I swear, guys, there's ice inside. Wait, let me drink more. Okay, I drained out the water and look, there's ice inside, and yeah, you can see the ice is inside it. So better be beware, world. I can turn you into ice anytime I want. So well, that was a success. And just for a little funsies, I actually calculated it all on my own, by the way. How much of my solution would be required to cover the entire earth. It's a pretty big number. I think it's some 138 or something. There's a lot of zeros on its right. So now I just need a guy with a lot of money and a lot of time to help me. Nah, it's too much work. I'ma just